Hello there, good people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. So we officially entered as Bangladesh. We officially entered the month of holy month of Ramadan. So I would like to wish happy Ramadan and Ramadan Kareem to all the Muslim all over the world. I pray that you have a fruitful month, and also we pray for all our brothers and sisters. Our lives to be better. So wherever you are, I hope your month goes good. So as we entered the month, I am actually like someone requested me, could you do like a Ramadan list? And I cannot ignore like requests like that, so I usually do. So I have a list coming up for Ramadan. You can check it out. I mean, it's going to be interesting one. I haven't shown those fragrances for some time, so you can also watch it. So at this particular episode, I'm going to do initial impression on a fragrance from House of Fragrance World. And this name, it's kind of like these names packaging are very ridiculous because they are very much like naughty, like the packaging name, and it's very obvious what they're trying to clone. So this is a clone of something very popular, but the question is it a good clone? Fragrance World, you guys know Lataf and Fragrance World, they're like neck to neck like this. They're like fighting for the top spot for the most affordable and very close to original fragrances, right? So this is called Moonlit Night, the one and only. This is an EDP concentration. I think this is a 100 ml bottle, and I got this recently, yes, and I really wanted it. I saw the bottle, immediately grabbed my attention because it looks gorgeous, just like the original. I did have another fragrance called Dolce & Gabbana, the one, Luminous Night. And that one, I had a Mysterious Night bottle, 150 ml, and I had the one EDP, Intense, that one, the black bottle. So some of them I don't own anymore. Like I sold off the one Sport, the one Gentleman, and a few of the other ones, right? So you guys know Dolce & Gabbana, the one line, the back, the one DP. These lines are very expensive now. 100 ml goes for somewhere 80, 85 bucks. And the special lines, the Luminous Night, Royal Night, I'll keep Royal Night because this is the one that I have right now. And this one I'll keep next to it just to compare the presentation. I'll take my sweet time. My nose is opening. I'm about 75% there. I can smell, but for full experience, I just have to wait a few more days. But this is a clone of the Luminous Night, which is a part of their Middle Eastern exclusive. You'll see the Arabic writing. These are Middle Eastern exclusives. So they have three so far. The first one was the one, I think it's called um, what night? Just now I said, man, I'm so distracted. Anyway, Royal Nights, yes. And then they released Mysterious Night and then Luminous Night. So Luminous Night was a very solid release, very beautiful, rare, super duper expensive, 150 bucks. This one, it's under $20. Okay, under $20. If it's good, it's gonna hit home run. Okay, and I'll talk about the smell, and I will tell you how much I got from one wearing in the more or less 23 degrees. We'll see. So let's just tackle the presentation first. Looks really nice though. I mean, if you see this first time, it has a batch code, some design, and then it says Athur Al Alam. I don't know what is this, supposed to be a factory or something. And I think this is under Fragrance World, manufactured by Fragrance World Perfumes. Okay, so this is their sub brand. I didn't know that. Just discovering it. So I was just excited about juice. So they mentioned the batch and everything. So I think this is a release of 2023. The bottle looks identical. If I put it next to the original, 100 ml versus 100 ml, there's no difference in size or shape. So they did take the whole bottle design. I don't know if there's going to be a case or whatever, but looks beautiful like the original Luminous Night. Check out my Luminous Night review. I used to own it. So the bottle weight is very impressive, very heavy, feels luxurious. The cheap part of this, obviously something has to give, is this cheap plastic. This is, it makes the cheap sound, okay? Atomizer, you'll see. Atomizer is good, really good atomizer, okay? Let's spray some on the skin for the review. This has also Fragrance World, I think maybe, yeah, Fragrance World written on the atomizer. So apart from the cap, everything else is heavy. So the difference between this cap and this cap, I'll show you from the Royal Night. You already know these are heavy, got metal and stuff inside. It's very heavy, and the bottle, even this build quality is better. Atomizers are okay, but just the cap. Imagine if this one had this cap, it would look just like the original. Okay, so what did I get from the original of this? The memory served me is that first thing I got the date note. It's like they said this one had dates, but the Luminous Night had the date note. They also had some black pepper, basil, maybe there was a hint of oud somewhere, amber, incense, and then some florals like geranium, and then maybe a little bit of herbal sage. So Basically, what I remember from my experience, the original of this was warm, sweet, mature, very posh, very loud. That was the longest lasting from the line, and I really really liked it. But I have to make space for other new fragrances. Sometimes I sell perfumes off, so I do miss my bottle, but not that 150 price tag that I paid. Very expensive. So supreme longevity. I think the Luminous Night compared, I'll compare it with this, but Luminous Night of this line lasted over 10 hours plus on the close. So Beast, really good performer, really hard to find, rare. If you can find it, should you be looking at this? Okay, when I'm smelling this stuff is good. For some reason, yeah, it has that date accord, it has that amber, but you also smell some fruity accord. Like I feel there's a green apple or something. They made it a tad bit fresher or fruitier. Yeah, about 75% my nose. Yeah, I can smell some. I'm not snorting anything, okay? If you're misunderstanding, I'm trying to see if my nose is open. So yeah, I can smell the perfume, like whatever 75% smelling. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but I prefer the original opening like 25% more. I have to say the original one was way better in the opening. So this one doesn't have quite that quality. Of course, the ingredients are going to be much cheaper. You see, 20 bucks versus 150 bucks, $130 of difference. You have to understand the giveaway and then what to expect, what to sacrifice. You're not going to get the same quality as the one line. Okay, simple. Okay, no line there. But I have seen Ashton's review, Jensen's. I follow him because he's very entertaining and his takes are usually very, very good. And he covers everything super fast. He doesn't miss out on anything. Even if something is not released, he will have that. So I check his review before like pulling a trigger on, even if it's a cheap fragrance. Nowadays, business is bad. So I'm very careful on what I buy. This one, he said it's good. And I can tell you this is very good. The negatives, let it keep it out of the way. First thing is the opening is not as gorgeous as the original Luminous Night. Second thing is the cap is bit cheap quality. The bottle and the sprayer, no issue. Maybe there's an issue. Some people say ethically they should not be copying the bottles. Yes, I am 100% with that. They could have done a little bit different, maybe the same color pattern, but could have been a cylindrical bottle or something. I don't know. Because, you know, Latafa had some problems with Maison Alhambra from Comfort line and then some Dior fragrances. So this happened once in a while. So they run losses. So I don't want to go there, but my personal sentiment is maybe should not copy the bottle one on one. Okay. When you see them, some people just chuckle so bad. So these are the things I feel are maybe downside of the perfume. Good side, bottle is gorgeous. Second good side, price is affordable. Maybe in your country it's 25, 35 bucks, still affordable. Okay, you are paying like 100 something dollars for your designers. This is in that cheapy, like, you know, in your basket, it's a cheapy section. Next one is, it smells so good. It smells like really nice. It has a Middle Eastern vibe. It feels like a Prince Charming, like Prince of Persia. It is younger. It's like a younger prince. You know, it's like younger brother of the, you know, main prince or the younger son of the Sultan. Okay, this one definitely, I feel there's a great quality to the scent, and I don't feel any alcohol blast. Maybe there's a little bit of syntheticness, but not alcohol blast, which is a good sign. So fragrance world definitely stepping up on the game. If you like the Luminous Night, this is about 85% similar. Okay, because I'll tell you the 15% I give it to the edge, they give the edge to the original. If you can buy the original, buy the original. But this one does not push as much as the original. 10 hours plus you get from the Luminous Night. From this, I got about 5 to 6 hours in 23 degrees. So it's a bit warm. It's getting warmer. So if it's in winter, perhaps it will push about 6 to 7 hours. Pretty reasonable, pretty agreeable. I would not have any complaint because I just paid fraction of a price. Okay. Is this for everybody? Here is the question. It's a burning question. Even though this is cheap, the one Luminous Night is not for everybody. When this one came out, Dolce & Gabbana one, again I forgot, Royal Nights, yeah. So Middle Eastern Dubai release, right? So people said, yeah, I like it. It's a bit masculine. Like Mature Noses said, this is much better than the one. It has oomph to it. It has some oud. It has some amber, some spices. But many people did not seem to like it. They stick to the original one DNA. So similarly, this one is not going to be a fan favorite of everybody. If you actually tried Luminous Night and you try this, you'll appreciate it. You'll see, you'll smile. You're like, okay, respect, no problem. But if you're not big fan of kind of like a, there is some oud in it. You know, I don't want to say like oud or rose, but there is some sort of Middle Eastern vibe from this. You know, so it gives away that feel when you enter maybe Dubai or somewhere. You smell this DNA, right? If you're not a big fan of that DNA, avoid this. Okay, that's my only thing. This will be good for dates. This will be good for signature scent worthy, and something you want to wear for high class occasion party. No one can tell you, come up and say, use cologne is cheap. How much was it? $10? Nope, that's not gonna happen. People may ask you like, because it has good projection for 2 hours. Man, if you go 5 sprays, on your clothes, heavy on the shoulder, on your chest, this will like push out. This will pump, right? And if you're warming up a little bit, I would say one thing, one request though. All my Middle Eastern perfume I never spray on my neck. It's a sensitive skin, and I always get burned from some fragrances like Baccarat Rouge, that DNA, and some leather-based perfumes. If I spray on my neck, it starts burning. Even Versace Porum burns on my neck. Avoid spraying on the neck. Go heavy on the clothes. This would be like risk-free if you care about the ingredients, the quality. Okay, so that's my only request. So should you try it? I say try it first. Do not blind buy. You may buy this, and I've seen many people complaining. I have followed so many blind buys. I followed some reviewers, and then I just ended up losing my money. This could be one of the cases. Okay, so be careful, mindful of that. And when you see this fragrance at that price point, if you have the cash and you don't mind, this is going to be a good, high likely a good, a satisfactory buy for you. Okay, so overall, my initial impression based on my wearing today, I would say this will be perfect for night out, maybe a little bit of a suit and a little bit of a formal setup going out. This will be a perfect fragrance. And let's see if you're going for Ramadan out, or like sahur, or going with like iftar party, this will be a good fragrance. So if you're asking me, yes, those are the answers. Yes to those, no to the questions like, is it a safe blind buy? No. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. I'll give initially this one 8.7 out of 10. Very, very impressive. Okay, fragrance world, thumbs up. Okay, take care. Bye bye.